What's going on YouTube? This is m17 back at you with another video unboxing, and today I have the Alienware M17 R5 all AMD Advantage Edition. That's right, this is the mothership has landed and we're about to go in and take a ride. Okay, so I'm looking for a desktop replacement mobile workstation that has all the bells and whistles, high-end specs that I could take with me on the go, but also for a good value. All right, I picked this up from Dell on sale with coupons for $2,019.99. That's right, with tax it was like $2,100 and some change, but I got a great deal on this. Now this is the top of the line AMD Advantage Edition spec, so let's go over the specs. Okay, this device has the 97 watt-hour battery, so it weighs 7.5 pounds, so it's on the chunky side, on the heavy side, but I'm willing to forgive that if the chassis is rigid and if the device performs as it needs to, and it gives us an extended period of life in regards to the battery. We'll take a look at that in the review. All right, this has the AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX processor. It has 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte NVMe, M.2 SSD storage. This has the AMD Radeon 6850M XT graphics card, and that's something that I'm really excited to take a look at and kind of see how it performs, as well how the temps do, etc. This also has a 720p webcam, but this is also the 4K screen. Right, the 4K screen is over 400 nits of brightness. It has an excellent color gamut, and we'll look into that when I do the review. But this is the model with the 17.3-inch 4K screen, and it has infrared embedded within the webcam, so it does Windows Hello. So I think that that's great as well. Now, recently I went on Dell's website to the Alienware section. Looked at updates in regards to drivers and so forth, and I found a new BIOS update that enables USB 4 on the Type-C USB port on the rear of the device, which is phenomenal. All right, if you don't know what USB 4 is, go check it out. But again, it draws a lot of its specifications coming from Thunderbolt 3, and it's in competition with Thunderbolt 4. But needless to say, it should work with Thunderbolt accessories, peripherals, hubs, etc. Right? But yeah, 20 gigabytes per second over that cable out that port. I think that that's awesome. So we're gonna take a look at that and see how that plays out. All right. So in regards to the 4K screen, it does have a 99% of DCI P3 in regards to that color gamut on there. It is an anti-glare screen, and it also pulls 10.30 watts of power. It's 120 hertz refresh rate on that, and 1200 to 1 is the contrast ratio. Okay. Now, in regards to the GPU that we just mentioned, which is the 6850M XT, that has 12 gigabytes of GDDR6 VRAM in it. And we're going to go over the ports when we unplug it. This comes with a 240 watt power adapter, which I think is cool. Hopefully it's not too bulky and chunky. They do have a small form factor, 240 watt, but I doubt this comes with it. But that's something that I'll probably purchase from spare parts from Dell at another time. Okay. And also it does have a MediaTek MT7921 Wi-Fi card. And the reason why it's MediaTek, because MediaTek is working in conjunction with AMD in their AMD Advantage Edition laptops. All the Advantage Edition laptops I have had a MediaTek Wi-Fi card in it, so it makes sense why they have it together. Another thing I like about this, it has a 2.5 gigabit per second LAN port, which is awesome. I think that that's cool. There's no SD card slot in there, unfortunately. It doesn't come with that. This comes with Windows 11, and I think that's it in regards to the specifications. So let's get to the unboxing. All right. So this is what it comes with. So it comes with this outer shell that's designed to disguise what the actual product is, which is good for shipping purposes. It looks very unassuming. It does have a handle here on the top, as you can see. If I tilt it, what you'll see here is a perforation that comes all the way across that allows you to rip off this brown outboard shell. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and take it out. All right, there she is in all her glory. All right, this is our white and black with some, this might be like a silver with some kind of luminous on it. Cardboard box that it comes in. Very simple. There is a subtool 1.7 here, which I think is cool. It also has the outline of the lid of the laptop there as well. Let's take a look around on this side. Lets us know it's the M17. It has the Alienware Command Center, Dolby Vision and Atmos, Cryotech cooling, and Alien FX RGB on the keyboard. This is a Cherry MX low profile, ultra low profile mechanical keyboard model that I got. So again, I got it with all the bells and whistles for a great price. All right, over here on this side, we just have our M17 logo right there. All right. At the top, we have the AMD logo, and here's the handle. Okay. On the back, this is the back right here. All right, and on the bottom, so we have on the bottom right here. All right, just go ahead and turn it around and unbox it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this part loose right here. Okay, there we go. This is cardboard, but it has a sheath over it. So great for protection. The plastic that's over it, it's good to see that in here to protect the device. Let's go over the accessories. Have you take a look so you can see. All right, we have our power adapter symbol right here. Okay, we have a power cord. We have the 240 watt power adapter, a power brick, 240 watts. So it's much lighter than the Lenovo Legion 5 that I had a 300 watt power supply. It's much lighter than that. Also feels lighter than the Chicone 280 watt power adapter that comes with the GE76 that I had. But okay, that's that. All right, nothing else in the box over here. All right, so there's a plastic lip on the covering that you can just lift the device up and pull it out. Put the dice aside. Okay, so looking in here, the extra documentation looks like it got loose in here. It's supposed to be, together like this. All right. So what we get in here is a warranty, safety, and regulatory information documentation. We also get this thank you card from Alienware. I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to hold it here. You can pause it and read it yourself. Okay. On the back, it has the different ways you can contact Alienware. Okay. And then we have a quick start guide. Right. It's the Alienware M17 R5 AMD. And on the back is your quick start information. All right, shows you around the device, the different ports. All right, we have a display port. Well, not display port, but a USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2 that doubles as a display port. And that's what's being upgraded to the USB 4 with the BIOS update. You also have a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A port in the back, HDMI 2.1, a power adapter. And then on the sides, you have your 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port, your headset mic combo jack, your two more USB Type A 3.2 Gen 1 ports, and one with power share. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and put this away. And we are going to go and look at the device. All right. Now, one thing also that I like right here, Dell has 100% recycled plastics, 25% from ocean-bound sources, and then it says Dell.com/ocean plastics. Please recycle responsibly. And then you have two wheels there at the top with the recycle symbol at the bottom. All right. This thing is solid and hefty. This thing is not light at all. And again, as long as the quality is good of the chassis, then I don't mind. But this thing is probably the heaviest laptop that I've held in a long time. I have the GE76. This is heavier than the GE76. And the GE76 is like 6.6 pounds or something like that. This is 7.5 pounds, and it feels every ounce of that. All right. But when you're looking for a desktop replacement, what do you expect? All right, so we're gonna flip it to the back so I can take this plastic off. Wow. Very heavy. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the device. Let me get closer. All right, so as you can see, this is like a smoke gray color way. It feels cool to the touch. Here's your alien head. Here's your 1.7. And here's a little butt that sticks out on the back for the exhaust, the cooling underneath. Let's go ahead and look at the ports. All right, on the front, there is nothing on the front. On the left side is your 2.5 gigabit per second LAN port with your headset jack right here. LAN port has a little lip that comes down, and that's to kind of minimize the height of the device. Here's an exhaust vent right here. This is on the left side. Right, on the right side, we have two USB Type A 3.2 Gen 1, and this one being a power share port that you can charge devices through even when the device is asleep. Here is another exhaust vent. And then on the back, we have this ring right here that goes around and that lights up. You have your HDMI 2.1. You have your USB Type A 3.2 Gen 1. And you have your Type C that doubles as a display port. And that is USB Type C 3.2 Gen 2 that the BIOS updates to USB 4. All right, which I'm very excited about. And here is your power port right here. Okay. All right, let's flip this around. All right, now this thing is extremely thick and hefty. Let's go ahead and open it up, see what we're working with. Let's see if it does a one finger lift. Nope. Does not do the one finger lift, which can be good, which means that the hinge is very solid, okay? All right, let's move this out the way. All right, so we do have a little chin on it, as you can see. It says Alienware right here. Here we have intake for the cooling. Unfortunately, there is no numpad. I think that that's a crime, and I think that Alienware should be penalized for not having a numpad on here, but it is what it is. Here is the Cherry MX keyboard. Interesting enough, I do hear that metal clinging sound, but only when you do this. When you type it regular, you don't hear it. All right, here's a nice generous trackpad that's centered, in respect to the space bar. Good palm rest areas here. Makes it very good for typing, but again, no numpad. All right, here's the Alienware power button right here, the alien head power button. All right, it has one case badge. This one is AMD Ryzen 6000 series on the case badge. Let me zoom in. Okay, and this here, what you're looking at is the glorious 4K 120 hertz 7.3 inch 99% DCI P3 display. All right, at the top we have our 720p webcam. 720p on a top end model like this, I don't know, but it does have infrared, so it does do Windows Hello, which I think is awesome. It also has additional exhaust vents right here. Now, what I forgot to mention on the bottom is the speakers. Let me go ahead and show that to you real quick. Let's put this back on. Let's close it up. I'm gonna be very delicate with this. All right, let's take a look at the bottom. All right, on the bottom, here is your honeycomb style intake. And then you see flanking on the sides. At the bottom is a speaker here, a speaker over here, and then you have flanking that the exhaust on the other sides. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws if you want to get under the panel. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a first boot. And I'm gonna give you my impressions. Wow, that hinge is extremely stiff. Give you my impressions, my conclusions, and we're gonna end up from there. All right, so we're gonna do our first boot. Let's take a look. Everything's plugged in. First boot. There's the RGB keyboard. It's per key RGB. There is absolutely no flex on this deck. Monitor. There is a little bit of creaking, but it goes away after you play with it a little bit. The hinge is extremely solid. Can't even do a one finger lift test with it. There's the fans going up and down. Here's the Alienware screen. And let's see. Now remember, this is top of the line everything. AMD Ryzen 9, 6900HX, AMD Radeon 6850 MXT, 32 gigabytes of RAM. There you go, 1 terabyte of storage. And yeah, the screen looks very bright, very crisp. Again, when I do the review, I'll go over all the specs more in depth. This was just a quick unveiling, unboxing. So far, what is my impressions and conclusion from the unboxing? The build quality feels very solid, very solid. There is no flex anywhere. When I first touched the screen, it sounded like there was some creaking, but that's if you apply like a very generous amount of pressure. The hinge is extremely solid. I cannot do a one finger lift on it. Looking around, this keyboard feels very, very good. I tried it out on a previous Alienware that I had last year that I returned because it was overheating. It was a 15-inch one. But temps is another thing that's a concern for me. I want to see how well the temps are. This thing is heavy. It's thick. It's not the thickest laptop that I've dealt with, actually. But it is thick, right? And again, I'll go over the dimensions and everything in the full review. The screen is bright. We're going to try out this Windows Hello to see how accurate it is, how fast it works. There's one case badge on it. The port selection is pretty generous. I've seen laptops, or even my Lenovo Legion 5 has actually more ports than that, but these are sufficient for my usage. And the getting to the BIOS update to update it to USB 4, I think is great. I'm looking forward to that and testing that out. And I would say so far, so good. It's a very solid device. I want to see how the cooling is. I want to see how the performance is. And I want to see what the temps are. And if all those things are in check, then this right here will be what I'm looking for. This is the golden egg, all right? I'm hoping it's the golden egg. It looks like it's the golden egg, all right? We returned the Vector Pro 2. We're going to see how this fares, all right? So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the full review. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you like the video. Make sure you share the video on all social media networks, and as well as subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can check out more updates from this channel. All right. Thank you for watching. Peace.